is August 6th at Cammie and Jeff's for a weekly maintenance. And up by the road, we cut down any of the stray pieces of grass that were totally horizontal. Seemed like there were a lot of dead bits, so we pulled those out and now everything's nice and tall. And we also cut back the lavender. The lavender definitely needed it. Leaving the blooms that have yet to bloom though, the little buds. And then weeding and cutting back the creeping thyme over here. So this was just too tall. It didn't look clean anymore, so we cut it back. And then all these grasses were tidied up. All of the annuals were deadheaded. We're looking really good on this left side. Still a little bit dry over here, but quite beautiful nonetheless with the pinks and the purples. The hedge got trimmed clean. The hydrangeas were deadheaded, any that were really crispy, and hopefully they keep pushing the new ones. Weeding, cleaning the soil, just clarifying the space. So weeding around here. We got this section cleaned up. The soil is nice and clean and weeded out from these beds. The front was all blown out, so was the back. I don't know what that noise is, but all of the annuals and got deadheaded here. The morning glory removed. Planters got deadheaded and cleaned up. This one looks really soggy, but we do have some cool stuff going on, so it is what it is. And then we did a lot in the back today where we felt we were most needed. So besides cleaning up on the whole side here, really thoroughly fluffing through and weeding out everything. This backside had some weeds growing and was getting a little messy, so we cleaned it up today. All around, weeding, raking, fluffing. And the roses got deadheaded again. Got some water over here for the hydrangeas. Fluffed through. Cleaned up the planters. And then I just did a little light weeding in here because there were just a lot of weeds. And then here's the view of super clean rose bed. The chat got weeded out. Oh, there's a little birdie. Chat got weeded out. We weeded and fluffed all the way behind and around and under in here. So it's nice to stay on top of that like every other week. We spend some time weeding back in the corner. I know it's a very livable space. All of this got weeded out. The doggy area was hosed down with the spray. Poop was not picked up, so I avoided spraying on top of it. But it will do a little something for the areas that don't have doggy poop on it. The hedges got a touch-up where they were a little uneven. See right here, it's a little lower. We are trying to let that grow higher so that it matches the rest, and I believe it will. We cleaned up underneath and fluffed through. Cleaned up underneath and fluffed through. And then up here as well with deadheading the roses, so it's nice and tidy. This area of the grass is soaking wet, and it's still pretty wet. It's around 4:30ish, like squishy wet. So yeah, that's kind of weird. I mean, it's not soaking wet over here, but this is definitely getting excess water somehow. We cleaned up all around the chicken coop. Apple tree is looking great. Weeds picked. Yeah, this whole area gets really weedy, so it's nice. Clean now around the chickens. And I'll go to the back underneath the trees. Got some nice peaches and apples growing. And it's all clean. Hello, buddies. Whew. And then we swept up the back staircase and blew it all out. Here's another view of the side. And then there's a little bit more in the front that we did as well. The front planters got watered. The ones that are directly by the garage, definitely just a little brown from that direct sunlight. There's not much we can change about that. It's kind of been the trend. But going back up to the front, we deadheaded more geraniums by the driveway and kept the planters deadheaded as well underneath those large boxwoods so that they keep pushing those beautiful pink flowers. Running back over. I'd say next time we're here we can spend more time by the pool, do some trimming around the topiaries and the boxwood hedges, and probably the roses back there will be ready to deadhead. Today they were looking all right, but here's where we keep deadheading and watering. Lots of deadheading under here, and then all this got blown out and watered. The ones in the shade, see, they're thriving. These ones, the annuals less so, but the greenery of the boxwood's all good. And over here, weeded, and those grasses look so good with the boxwoods, and the topiaries are really lush, but deadheading. And then all this got blown out. Still looking for the green beauty of that specific, 1.5, 2 foot size, kind of a round dome. Lavenders are blooming here. This is the tree I took a separate video of that has increased in the pine needle droppage all the way up, like halfway up, maybe even a touch more than halfway up, 60% of the tree. However, it still has new growth everywhere, but there was a lot of droppage. Something's going on with that one. The other ones, looking great, have not seen any dramatic loss of pine needles. So those ones, whatever happened with the arborist is in the works and good stuff for this garden. But up here is where we can spend some time cutting and trimming next time. These are wonderful, great planters, and a little bit of deadheading going on. The jasmine's doing great. I just want to point that out. It's doing nice and full right now, so it's made a comeback, and they're really nice. So at least we have yummy jasmine, and that'll be it for our weekly maintenance today. Thank you.